So Fox News has again come to the defense of Donald Trump. Now, this is following his statement on airplanes and how they're too complex to fly. I liked it when things were simple and old. Yeah, okay. Now, what's funny about that is, back when I did that segment the other day, I pointed out how modern technology actually has made air travel much, much safer back than it was in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, right? But nonetheless, Fox News is going to cater to their audience of Donald Trump by defending him and making this argument. She said, to give President Trump some credit, everyone's like, oh, what does he know about planes? The guy has owned planes his entire life. And when you own a private plane, you know about the way it functions. Really? I mean, hey man, if you own something, then you know the way it functions. You know how it works. No, not necessarily. I mean, there's a lot of people that own cars that have no idea. They're like, I don't know, you put it in gear, you push the gas, and you go. And then that's the brake. That's it. Yeah, you know how to operate it. Sure, but you don't know how to fix it. But now, what's different about that is you may own a car. Does that mean I know how to drive a tank? No! Just like if you own a small private plane, a single engine, single seater or double seater, whatever, that doesn't mean you know how to fly a commercial jet. That's a ridiculous statement. Ridiculous, right? What does Trump know about Boeing 737 jetliners? I would bet next to nothing. He's not a pilot. He's not an engineer. Yet it turns out you actually have to be smart and go to school for that. And look, I would partly agree with her point if it comes out that Trump went and studied engineering or he's got a pilot's license or something. And even if he flies small planes, then at least you know a little bit about the basics. But it's not the same, again, as flying an airliner. So, but of course, from what I know, Trump doesn't have a license. Trump, doesn't have any engineering expertise. And so, look, he barely even knew how to run an airline. In fact, he ended up crashing that into the ground. So, his statements make no sense. But the reason, of course, that she's defending him is because, why? Well, because all these Republicans, they got to suck up to daddy. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.